So this is Barb with Narrow Global Tracking, and I'm going to show you how to have reports emailed directly to you. So not only to be able to make it easier for you so that emails, instead of you going in every day and pulling information or every week, we can have it emailed directly to your email, and also a way of backing up your data so that you can keep it long-term, as you're only able to, access the last 4 months worth of information live. So I am here in our portal, and what you need to do is click on the Reports tab, and what that allows us to do is look at our scheduled reports. Your scheduled reports are the ones that you set up that they will just automatically email to you. So if we click on Scheduled Reports, if you click on Scheduled Reports, anything that you might have in here, you would know that these are, existing scheduled reports that you have set up. So I can look at any of the ones we currently have. This name is the name that we have given it, so it's completely customizable. You call it whatever you want. Reports for me, speed bonus program, speed violations, after hours mileage, whatever it is. This is the type of report that is being sent. So you can see, like, this is a stop report, this is a stop report. So, you can have them, same report sent daily or weekly, or you can have it sent to different people. Here's our schedule, indicates whether they are being sent daily or weekly. Those are your two options. The format, they can be sent in PDF, CSV, or Excel. And so, this is giving me an overview of exactly how these are happening. If for any period of time I didn't want it sent, like while I'm on vacation, I can inactivate one and then, put it active again simply by going in, clicking on the report, the status here, active. I can change it to inactive and save it, and then, reactivate it once I'm back from vacation, or for whatever reason you might want to do that. So I'm going to show you how to set that up and which ones can be set up. So new scheduled report, just click on that, and we give it a name. New reporting, we'll call it. Again, active or inactive, that's where we declare that. Select report, this is where we define which report it is. So here's the ones we can choose from. The event details, an idling report, which, can tell us how long vehicles and where they've been idling. Inactivity report, so, tells us which beacons have not been connecting over the wireless networks. Mileage summary, so that's the one that we use, like, to maybe create after hours mileage, or how much mileage has been put on the weekday, or anything like that. Your speed violations, so that will tell us when and where the speeding violations were created. Stop report, where the vehicles have stopped, where and for how long. And the trip report, which covers pretty much what you've got in your stop report, which is, when they stopped, where, how long. It also tells us when they started a trip and how long each trip was as well. So we choose whichever report we want it for, depending on which ones we choose, like with the event details. Then there's events to include on the report, so we can define. So I could set up one that was just for my power cuts, and another one that's set up for my idle alerts or my ignitions or whatever it is. If I choose a stop report, there's different things I need to define. How long it needs to show my stops longer than. So each report is different. Some things, there's nothing to define. Like my speed violations, I can define grouping the information by item or by date and time. So each report is different that way. Up in this box here, what I'm going to define is which vehicles it applies to. So if it's all of mine, then I can select them all and add them. Whatever I add onto this box, that's the vehicles or assets or whichever, that's the items that are going to be included on the report. Okay, then I go down and I define, is it daily or weekly? Just by simply choosing here. Do I want to include weekends or not? If I do want to include weekends, I'd simply check the box. If your vehicles are out sort of in lots of places where there are not physical addresses, you also have the ability to include latitude and longitude on your reports. So you can make a check mark here, and then your report's going to include latitude and longitude. Okay, and then I'm able to use custom time slots. So for example, if I was doing a mileage summary and I wanted an after hours, then I can create a time slot, that's going to say, I want everything on my report except, weekdays between 9 and 5, or, whatever parameters it can. So, or I could say I wanted a report that was just my weekdays reports, or, you can customize it as much as you want. When you create a new time slot, you can say I want to save it and give it a name so that the next time I pull a report, I can use that, because once you have some created time slots, then you can just choose. I can choose one I've called after hours, and that's not including Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday from 9 to 5. All right, my evenings and weekends. So that's what you set up there. Similar as when you're pulling a live report. And then what I've got next is the ability to choose. Do I want it by PDF? So when I get that file, I'm not going to be making changes. Do I want it by CSV, or do I want it by Excel, which again allows me to then define, maybe make changes, pull data from it to use in another report, whichever. Or I can have 2 or 3, I can have them all. I can, whichever way I want to do it. Then who's going to get the email? I can send it to myself. I can create a second email address under my username and have it sent to more than one email address. I can send it to as many people as I want. And then once I've created all that data in there and filled it all out, I save it, and there it is there. New reporting. It's a mileage summary. It happens weekly. I chose PDF, CSV, and Excel, and I'm good to go. So what I do have is people who, create another email address on their server, like Nero reports at, whatever your server is, or Gmail, set up a Gmail account, Nero reports at gmail.com, including your name in there or whatever, and then just have like a stop report, a trip report, and event details or something like that. Just go in there weekly, and then, they don't have to worry about it. It's going into a separate email. They can just let it go in. And then, they've always got that information that is a backup that if they ever want to, look at it again down the road, and it's available to them. So that's the basics on how you do that. If you would like, some assistance as to which report you would want to pull, or which report would be a good report to pull, or any further assistance with that, you're welcome to give me a call here at the office. It's 778-355-9545. Again, my name is Barb, and you're welcome to check with me to do that. If you have any questions on your user, your information on the side there, you can type in any questions, and I can help you with those, or you're welcome to give me a call here at the office, and I can help further.